okay, the 90s born, the golden era of hip hop. The South still had something to say. What was that like when you seeing Biggie and Tupac doing their thing during that time, and all of the focus is on them, but y'all still raising hell in y'all own right?
Well, that's because the South didn't really know the power we had. It took a while for people to really, and if you look at it, it's easily geographical, but it took a while for us to realize that there was more of us than anywhere else.
Thanks.
Right? But because all the magazines are in New York and all the TV outlets are in California, that's all you really would see was New York and LA. And we didn't understand, and we were still trying to figure out how to go from local to mainstream. And this is all happening everywhere. So Houston is doing it here. Oakland is doing it here. New Orleans is doing it here. Atlanta's doing it. Miami's doing it, right?
Yeah.
And the more we travel and the more we go to these different places, we realize, man, like, wait a minute. Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia. Wait a minute. New York is just New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and when they feel like saying it, Philadelphia. Right? New York be acting real funny with Philadelphia, and they're right there.
Yeah.
You know. And the West Coast is, you know, it's California, Nevada, maybe a little Seattle, you know, whatever. Right. But the South, we the South.
Come on.
Right? And so it hits us all collectively. We don't need to sell records nowhere else. If we do sell records other places, that's cool. I'll run with it. But we really don't need to sell records nowhere else but here. And we don't need to do shows nowhere else but here.
Facts.
So everybody I know who was rapping from the South at the time, as long as them niggas wasn't scared to get in the van and take that ride, niggas was getting bags. You know. Now these bags are different, right? The generation before me, they got paid in like a sandwich bag. Right? My generation got paid in grocery bags. This generation getting paid in trash bags.
That's true.
But it's all proportional because the people that came before me looked at me like, damn, look all the money these niggas get. You know, so that's why I don't look at these young niggas like they getting that big money, but shit, that what you making is, it goes as far as what I made back then. It's all proportional, but they do get to benefit differently because for us to make money, you had to actually sell a physical record in the store. That was it, right? And if your publishing deal was good and you got some radio play, which Southern artists didn't really get that national, we didn't get in the national system, you can make some bread. But now, you don't even need a whole album. You put out one song, you go on 8 different streaming platforms, the video on YouTube, you can get on a movie trailer, a TV show, some stream. It's 10, 12 different revenue streams that you got just from one record.
Right.
That's why people don't really concentrate on albums. They get 1, 2, 3 songs that's streaming good. The album's really redundant at this point.
Right. Right. Just dropping singles out there.
Hell yeah. And I'm not mad at them. I'm glad that it changed because I know how the old school to my generation fought for us to eat. And I know how my generation fought for them to eat. They supposed to be rich. That means we did it right. That means we gave them the right game. That means we opened up the lanes and showed people, hey, you can get money like these white people get money too.
Do you feel like they reciprocate that love back to us?
They do. I mean, I don't have a problem. But I open my arms to young people. A lot of niggas from my generation didn't do that. A lot of people got jealous, concerned about holding on to their spot. They didn't embrace the next generation.
Gotcha.
I didn't have no problem with the next generation because, for one, I knew you niggas couldn't rap better than me, so you're not really a threat, right? In that sense. But if I put young niggas on, if I pick the right team, right? It's not just about, niggas will rap with whoever got money. You got to look at the team around them because you'll be putting the wrong niggas in the game and then you turn around and want to complain about the game. You co-sign that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be as good a judge of character as you can. Co-sign the right people who not only will come back for you, but will come back for other people as well. Right. And I was able to do that getting in with Cash Money with a person like Wayne very early. Wayne went out, did his thing, became a great rapper, still one of the greatest rappers working right now, arguably the greatest rapper alive. Put other people on.
Told you. Everything.
Hold up. I was just about to agree with you on something that you just said because I'm about to go down the rabbit hole with Bud right now.
Arguably, I said you can make a case for a lot of different.
You know what?
LL, Wayne. That's not a stretch.
I'm gonna let you have that one right now, Wick, because the boys in here. I'm gonna let you have it because the boys in here.
I'll give him this minute.
I just wanted
I'm gonna sit back
to let you hear that what he just said.
Well, now I'm gonna argue with, but see, okay, then, well, see, I'm gonna take it all the way down. I'm about to bring it full circle on Bun and on you. Why is Wayne one of the arguably the greatest rappers of all time?
Because his body of work, but I'm gonna let Bun.
No, let me get in there. Because he had Bun B as a mentor early on when they brought him in to help them boys learn how to rap. Talk about that,
Bun. I can't take that kind of credit.
I know you don't want to take that kind of credit, but you're showing up.
At the least, I would say I did help with the work ethic, right? Mm-hmm. Because Baby knew he had an extremely talented artist in Wayne. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing was, I got to cultivate this talent. I got to put this talent in the position to grow and be as good as, because we looking at him at 14 when he can't curse, and he's easily the best rapper in the room.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So at 14, I'm serious.
Yeah.
At 14, he's easily the best rapper in the room. And it's like, and he's not cursing, but you get the gangster tone from the verse without him even have to curse. I say, when the niggas allowed to curse,
it's gonna be a
the
problem.
bitch is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
You know? So Stunner was like, how do we nurture this talent? My whole thing was just keep him in the studio. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is he want to do, let him do it in the studio. Mm-hmm. So that when he try to do it away from the studio, it feel different. It feel weird. It's foreign. It's a foreign environment. He want to hang with his partners, let them niggas come hang in the studio, but they got to rap too. They ain't got to be good, but they got to rap too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they not rapping, they're going to take his mind off rapping and want to go somewhere else. All right? If he wants some little girls to come by, meet him at the studio.
Yeah.
They want to play Madden and video games, meet him at the studio. He get old enough, they want to smoke weed, do all that shit, smoke it at the studio. Now the studio is the safe space. You feel protected in the studio. You go out in the world, outside the walls, you don't feel the same. Go right back. Now, I would argue that's probably one of probably where he goes skateboarding in the studio, two of the most comfortable places in his life. And home now. And home.